Everybody has fitness goals these days, it seems like. I know I do. Oh yeah. And with the advancements of technology, there are so many different ways to actually track your fitness progress. Of course, we know there are certain apps where you can log in manually if you worked out today, how many steps you took, what you ate, and things like that. But there are also some wearable devices that you can have that will help you with tracking your fitness. So what type of devices am I talking about? They come in several different forms, of course. They come in watch form. I personally have one of these devices and I love it. It tracks everything for me, how many steps I took and how well I slept even without me having to manually do it. Some people even have them in their shoes. I'm not flexible enough. Shoes! And while they're running, it can track their progress while they're running. So these type of wearable devices that can track your fitness, what are they called?
This day has been mainly gray and rainy, but the clouds have cleared a little bit, so I will go for a run. And I will take my running tracker because I like knowing where I ran afterwards, and it also helps me keep motivated. I see what I've done in the past and I set new goals according to how fast I ran or how far I ran. And I've never really used a comprehensive fitness tracker, so one that tracks your heartbeat and a whole lot of other things. But I might in the future because I do find them appealing. My father uses one to track his heartbeat because he has to be a little careful about it, so I do think they're really useful.
Okay, I'll put down my phone. All right, so as you can see, my neck and shoulder hurt so bad. They are absolutely killing me. It is the worst pain I've had in a long time. And this pain that I'm having in my neck and shoulders is caused because I've been on my phone entirely too much these days. I've been messaging so many people. I've been watching so many videos. So I have this thing that happened to my neck and shoulders. This thing is a thing you're gonna have to figure out today. It's made up of 2 words and I'll give you kind of a hint. One of them involves your neck because your neck is constantly looking down at your phone, or it could be your laptop or any technological device. And the first word is a word that has to deal with something people do on their phone a lot. So something you do on your phone a lot plus neck describes this pain that I'm having. It's so bad. Do you know what my pain is?
I definitely think that text neck is a big issue for people of my age. Just because in the past, I remember when I was a kid, you would never just be on your phone all the time. I mean, I didn't have a phone to be on, and now if you're waiting for somebody or on the bus, you're just on your phone and you're always in this position. And so for me, I found myself with quite a lot of neck pain and I was getting headaches. And so I started going to the gym and I found that now I hardly get any headaches and I have no more neck pain anymore. So I think something about sort of bringing your posture back into line might help to combat that, or at least it did in my case.
So transportation and types of vehicles, there are so many different types these days. But nowadays, because we have a lot of things made out of electricity that run off of electric, we have a new class of vehicles that have popped up. My personal favorite are the little hoverboards that they don't actually hover. Unfortunately, that would be great, but you stand on top of it and it runs off of electricity and it's how you get around. It's a vehicle that takes you around. There are also the kind of like unicycle type ones that you stand in between like this, and it's just one big wheel and it again runs off electricity and it can get you around town. I've actually rode one before and it was actually very scary. I was kind of worried for my safety because in the area of Seoul that I live in, I see these type of vehicles everywhere because things are kind of more spread out. So instead of walking, people take these kinds of vehicles. So what kind of vehicles am I talking about?
16, I really wanted a kick scooter. Now a kick scooter is like a metal skateboard with handlebars, and they were cool. You could fit them in your backpack, but they were just a trend and only popular for a few years. After that, a new type of personal electric vehicle started to become more popular. And it looked kind of like a large kick scooter, but it could balance itself. They were also really expensive and were a very short trend that only lasted a few years. More recently though, several companies started to make a new type of personal electric vehicle, one that you stand on with both of your feet, but would balance itself and was affordable. These got really popular, but only for a short time before the US government realized that they're kind of dangerous. So in 2016, they made new laws that restricted their use in public areas. These days, their popularity has pretty much died off. So even though all of these personal electric vehicles were only trends, I still wonder, what's the next trend going to be? Maybe we'll get skateboards that fly. That would be pretty cool. Well, for maybe a year or two.